So today we're going to talk about a tool that might just change the way you work with information. It's from Google, it's called NotebookLM, and they're pitching it as your own personal, private AI second brain. This isn't just another app for notes. No, this is something different. Let's dive in. That's a pretty wild claim, right? It's from productivity guru Tiago Forte. He's basically saying that all the tedious stuff we do, endlessly organizing folders, formatting our notes just so, and then frantically searching for that one thing we know we saved somewhere, all of that is about to become obsolete, and he thinks NotebookLM is what's going to do it. All right, so here's the game plan for this explainer. We're going to start with the problem that, let's face it, drives us all crazy. Then we'll look at what makes NotebookLM a new kind of AI. After that, we'll see how it actually works, check out some killer examples, and wrap up with what this all means for the future of how we think. Okay, first things first. Why do we even need something new? Well, because the way we've been trying to manage information is, frankly, broken. It leads to that all too familiar feeling of having 1,000 notes but zero actual knowledge when you need it. I mean, does this sound familiar? You spend hours setting up the perfect system of folders and tags. But when it's crunch time, you're just lost, digging through a digital junk drawer. Your information is scattered everywhere, and the search bar just isn't your friend. It's a system that actually creates more friction, not more insight. So this is where NotebookLM steps in. And it's built on a totally different idea. It's not just a box to dump your information into, it's a partner designed to help you actually understand and use that information. The secret sauce here is a concept called source-grounded AI. This is the key. See, this AI isn't pulling its answers from the entire messy, unpredictable internet. Nope. You feed it your specific documents, your class notes, your research papers, your meeting transcripts, and it instantly becomes an expert on that material and only that material. And this distinction, it's everything. With a general AI, you're casting a net into the whole ocean of public info, hoping you get something good. With NotebookLM, you're the one in control. You provide the source of truth. The AI's knowledge is your knowledge. And that means you don't have to worry about the AI just making stuff up or hallucinating. It's grounded in your reality. And this isn't some side project. It's backed by the full force of Google's tech, running on their latest Gemini models. And, this is really cool, one of the key people behind it is Steven Johnson. He's a best-selling author who has spent his entire career thinking about how we can build better tools for thinking. That's a heck of a combination of engineering muscle and creative vision. So, how do you actually drive this thing? Well, the good news is it's designed to be super simple. The whole point is to get out of your way and let you get into a state of flow with your ideas. The workflow is basically a simple 3-part dance. On the left, in the sources pane, you upload your stuff, Google Docs, PDFs, whatever. Then in the middle, you just start talking to your documents. It's a chat interface, super intuitive. And as the AI gives you these brilliant little nuggets of insight, you can pin them to the top, creating a custom dashboard for your project. And get this. The sheer volume it can handle is mind-blowing. You can load up to 20 different sources in a single notebook. Each source can be up to 200,000 words. Do the math? That's 4 million words of text you can have a conversation with all at once. We're talking dozens of books. That context window is just massive, way bigger than almost anything else out there. Okay, enough with the specs. Let's get to the good part. What does this actually look like in the real world? Because this is where NotebookLM stops being a cool idea and starts feeling like an essential tool. Let's start with something we've all struggled with. You've got this dense 20-page academic paper staring you down. Normally, you'd have to block out an hour just to get the gist. Here, you just upload it and start asking questions. For instance, maybe you're reading a paper on learning and you hit a weird phrase like, "Knowledge can have negative value." Instead of getting stuck, you just ask NotebookLM, "Hey, what does that mean? Give me some examples." And boom, it breaks it down for you into clear, simple points, all pulled directly from that paper. So you can summarize things instantly, you can get explanations on the fly, you can even ask it to draft stuff for you. But here's the killer feature. Every single thing the AI says comes with a little blue number next to it. That's a citation. You click it and it takes you to the exact sentence in your original document. So you can always trust but verify. It's a game changer. All right, here's another one for all the knowledge workers out there. Picture this. You just got off a long client call, and you're left with a massive 26-page transcript of, well, mostly rambling. The gold is in there somewhere, but finding it is a total chore. Instead of slogging through it, you can just ask NotebookLM, create a workshop proposal based on this conversation, and it'll just do it. It pulls out the key objectives, the action items, the next steps, and formats it into a polished, professional document. That's hours of your life you just got back. And it's not just for analysis, it's an incredible creative partner. You could start with an idea from a single book, then add a few more books and articles, and ask the AI, hey, what are the connections here that I might be missing? From there, you can ask it to generate an outline. You can even ask it to draft a few catchy opening lines for you. It's like having a co-writer who's read your entire library. This quote just nails it. It's a collaborator that's an expert on you. And I know what you're probably thinking. Privacy. This is huge. Google is very clear on this. The sources you upload are completely private. They are not used to train any other models. Nobody else sees them. It's your stuff, period. So where does all this leave us? Is this the perfect finished tool that will change everything tomorrow? Well, not quite yet. It's incredibly promising, but it's important to be clear about where it is today. Let's be real for a second. This is still an experimental platform, so you might run into some quirks. You're limited to 20 sources for now, and it mainly just handles text-based files like PDFs and Google Docs. There aren't any fancy integrations with other apps yet. The team is super transparent about all this, and they're rolling out improvements all the time. But when you zoom out, you can see that this really is a fundamental shift. We're moving away from that fragmented world where you have one tool for reading, another for notes, another for writing. This brings it all into one integrated space. It stops the constant jarring context switching and lets you get into that amazing state of creative flow, letting you work at the actual speed of your thoughts. And that really brings us to the final big idea. The vision here is just profound. So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Just imagine, for a second, having an AI collaborator that has read every article, every book, every note you've ever found important. What new connections could you discover? What breakthroughs could you have? What could you create? That's the future we're heading towards.